Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to the Done Creative Live. Hope everyone is having a fine Wednesday. As Brandy Lynn says, happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. All right, so we already have quite the donation list. It's been a long time since we've had this many people before the live stream started. But fun fact, all of the people that I have written down here are not here. Not like they're not getting their reading. They're getting their reading. I'm time stamping the reading. So that basically leaves it open. Whoever's the first to donate that's actually here, we will start with your reading tonight. But to get us started, we are going to do some shout outs, say hi to everybody, and then we're going to do a 1-card pull for everybody who's here about the first 15 minutes or so. It's been a minute, I think, since we've done this, at least a couple of live streams. Sorry, I got some smudge, not like smudging, like saging, but like a smudge on my glasses, like a, one of those. All right. Hello, Michelle Lynn. Hello, Brandy Lynn. Let's see if Jessica Lynn can join us. We get the Lynn squad. Let's see. We have Cheyenne is not here. We are timestamping for her. Hello. We've got Florence B, who generously donated for herself. Well, obviously, we all generously donate for ourselves, but also 2 friends. She has purchased readings for 2 friends, which we have her questions already here in the chat, so she won't be here. And also Vicky, hello. She's already donated as well. So, yeah. Oh, Mo Haha, hello. Hello, IT guy. Hello, Robin. Hello, Mary. All right. So we got a little action going on here. So yay. Good to see everybody. It's a fun Wednesday. I hope you all had a wonderful Halloween or Samhain, or if you didn't, celebrate, happy Monday. Happy week so far. Happy November so far. Yeah, we've got a lot coming in. Energetically speaking, there's a lot going on. And are you feeling this kind of shake-up energy to help us let go? I almost said release, but no, we're not using that word anymore. To let go, to let flow, the things that are no longer serving us. That is the name of the game during this eclipse portal, which we are, I think, past the halfway point now, or we're, a little past the halfway point, because on the 8th, so that's like 6 days away, we have the new moon slash lunar eclipse. I had to think for a second. In the sign of Western Taurus and Vedic Aries. So lots is shifting and changing, and it's a very exciting time. Exciting and maybe volatile for some people, but we're going to make it through this. I know we are. Hello, Linda. Hello, Rita Vega. All right. Well, I think what are we going to do? Okay. So because the energies are, as they are right now, I think self-care has just been like such a theme, specifically in my daily readings over on my new tarot channel, Harmony Portal Tarot. Check it out. The Done Creative is mostly dead. Poor the Done Creative. Always be my first baby as far as tarot channels go, but I gotta go where the energy flow is taking me, which is away from that channel. So if you are just checking in for the first time in a minute, I have a new channel. Yes. I feel like all I do is talk about this new channel because I'm just like on there every single day. I'm doing a daily reading. So I'm actually uploading 9 times a week, because you're getting a daily reading 7 days a week, and then 2 pick-a cards. I'm going to be moving them next week. It's going to be on Tuesday and Friday, and I think that's kind of my flow as far as like what really I think works for just the timing and the upload schedule. Because to me, Wednesday and Friday, I know that's my woo Wednesday and then my Friday live stream, they seem so close together for me for uploads like that. So I'm going to space it out a bit and move the Wednesday one to Tuesday on Harmony Portal Tarot. But all that being said, I've got a lot of new content over there. So check it out. We actually had 2 videos go up today, the daily reading, and then the other one was a deep, the deeper message was another daily dose. What one was today? Oh yeah, the message from your future self, which, wow, major up-leveling, major upgrades. Amazing, amazing. I was beyond shocked that, wow, there's some good stuff coming in. Okay, so for those of you who would like a card, we got 11 people, 6 likes on the video. Feel free to drop a like for some good karma. And then go ahead and put 1111 in the chat for your own message. We will give you a self-care message to really help you navigate, surf these waves of energy. And if it appears that I have skipped you, please hold off for just a minute in reposting 1111 again, just because sometimes the order I see it in is a little different than what you guys see. And I will do a roll call at the end, usually, to pick up anyone I may have accidentally skipped. So Stepher's 1111, and then another 1111. I love it. She's the first one I see here in my lineup. So let's start with Stepher's self-care message. And we have here intention with the number 1. What if the only resolution you made was to love yourself more? So there's some self-love, releasing, judging yourself coming in for you. All right, LH wants a message. LH is a self-care message. We have change course. So a closed door is an invitation from life to move in an even better direction. It's time to change course. So there's something you might have already been thinking, should I shift? Should I change? Should I move? Should I go something different? Do something different? The answer is absolutely yes. They're telling me for some reason that I need to shuffle these a couple times. So I'm going to abide by Spirit's rules. And then we have Linda. Let's get a message for Linda H, please. Her message is Rebel. So it's time to celebrate the fact that you don't fit in. Stand on your own 2 feet. So you might have even had some recent disagreement, or just kind of, I really don't agree with what that person's doing or saying. And you're standing firm in your own, belief, or just your own, to me, it feels like a soul knowledge. It's not even like, oh, I believe this or I believe that. It's a very firm, moral standing, or your core values is what it feels like. But stand firm on your core values. Okay, so we skipped. Let me scroll back up. So we have Marlene V. Let's get Marlene a message. Ooh, we have mind. You are the master of your inner world, and you decide how the outer world affects you. Cultivate a calm inner state. So especially, Marlene, if you've been stressing out or worried, or, just not feeling great, in the whole mental arena, as far as beating yourself up or whatever, just trying to be more positive and clear that out will really help you. All right, Mary Naika. Let's get Mary a card. And we have here surrender. Stop trying to control life. It gets in the way of divine intervention. So Spirit is trying to help you with an issue or a problem, and you might actually be trying to solve this all on your own. Instead, they're basically like, Jesus, take the wheel. So, of course, if you're being called to take action on something, Mary, you can absolutely do that. But there might be some time where you're just kind of holding back and allowing things to kind of flow or work out in a way. If you don't know what that intuitively is, that could still be something that you're just being asked to surrender, to what is. All right, let's get a card for Rita. And we have here reassess. So you have the right to change your mind. So you might have been kind of like, oh, I don't know, did I make the right choice? Or I don't know, should we go with that or should we go with this? You absolutely have the right to change your mind. And using your intuition, one of the best things you can do, or that I do a lot of times, is if I have an issue like, oh, should I do this or this? And my intuition feels very cloudy, or I can't quite understand what would be my best path. A lot of times I will ask my higher self and my guides and all of that before I go to sleep, what do I need to do? What decision do I need to make? Either I will wake up with clarity on that situation, or I will have a dream that kind of points me in the direction of what I need to focus on or what I need to do. And I'd say probably 9 times out of 10 it works. Other times I'm like, I think I had a dream, but I don't remember it. And, waking up like that. So that was Rita's message. Sherry Herring Rainbow, let's get you a message, my dear. We have here, move. A long walk is good for the soul. Get outside and allow Mother Nature to lift your spirits. And of course, if you can't get out where you're at, I know it can be a little cold this time of year in certain places, like where I'm at. Move, just walking around your home. But also making a move, making, shifts, changes, decluttering, getting the energy flowing is really the name of the game here, Sherry. All right, Robin wants a card. And we have here energy. Stop trying to please everyone. Everyone is a whole lot of people. Protect your energy. So there might be someone you've been trying to please, or they are basically unpleasable. This is basically letting you know that you need to protect your boundaries, your energy, and not allow people to dictate really how you spend your time, what you do. This is you kind of taking your power back in some area. Also, if you've been drinking a lot of coffee, sometimes it can really fry like our adrenal glands and our, what are the other things? Just our like a nervous system. So just be mindful of that if that's not a message for you. Maybe someone else listening needs to hear that. I know back in the day I needed to hear that every day, but I'm like, I can't go without my coffee. I love my coffee, but I haven't drank coffee or made coffee at home since like 2017 because I loved it so much it became an addiction. All right, Michelle Lynn wants a card. Self-care message from Michelle Lynn. Ooh, we have choice. Worry less about making the right choice and more about being strong enough to handle any outcome. So yeah, there's a choice coming up, or maybe you are already in the midst of this choice. Don't worry so much about making that right choice, because just like the chariot says, you always do make the right choice, even if you're like, oh, dang, I shouldn't have done that. I should have done this other thing. You still learn something and you can still progress and grow from there. So perfect. All right. Yeah. So next, that one fell out again, even though I shuffled it in. Brandy Lynn. Let's get Brandy Lynn a card. Okay. Brandy Lynn, message, self-care message. We got change course for you as well. A closed door is an invitation from life to move in an even better direction. It's time to change course. So this could be a course on a creative project, or just something you've been doing kind of in your day-to-day routine. You're like, oh, I kind of want to switch this up. This just isn't working for me anymore. But it's time to do something or try something just slightly different. It's going to make your day flow much better. All right. Blissful. I'm just making sure I didn't repeat any of these. Okay, yeah, I didn't. Okay. Blissful. Let's get Blissful a card. And we have here needs. Do you need more time to yourself? A break from thinking too much? A kind encounter with a friend? Your needs matter, and it's time to honor them. So maybe you've been neglecting your self-love, your self-care a little bit. Even when I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job, I could probably do more. So maybe think you're doing a pretty good job, but there's just this need for just some space between you and maybe someone in your life that's, kind of draining your energy. Could be someone like at work or someone you spend a lot of your day with that you just need a bit of a breather from this person. And it's not even so much about them. It's just more about you being able to refresh yourself without having to be in their energy all the time. All right, Narissa wants a card. We have here priorities. So the quality of your life is determined by how you spend your time. Make sure your schedule reflects the life you want. Because a lot of times, we can needlessly fill in a to-do list, but we need to ask ourselves here, Narissa, is this task that I've got on my list actually going to put me closer to the life that I want to be living? The answer is no. Maybe there's this need to re-examine or reassess and just see if there's a different way you can do things, or if you can delegate that task, or if it needs done by you at all. All right. So Jessica Lynn, we got our Lynn squad, Michelle, Brandy, and Jessica Lynn. Jessica, listen. People start to heal the moment they feel heard. So you might have some people coming to you with some issues, you're that shoulder for them to lean on. You're just someone who really does listen. And it's not even that you have to really say anything. It's just your beautiful presence really does make people feel better, just you being there. But that being said, too, don't become people's emotional dumping ground either. I think it's just a nice fine line, but I think you'll be fine here in the next few days to be able to navigate that just fine. You're so welcome, LH. Absolutely. All right, my chat just jumped. Let's get one for Kirsten. Kirsten is next. All right, Kirsten, it's time. Time spent worrying is time spent. So it's very funny or very interesting that this passage of time message kept coming through in the message from your future self pick a card that I actually uploaded today over on Harmony Pearl Tarot, linked below. So there might be some additional messages in that reading specifically for you, Kirsten, because in I think two of the piles, it's like the time is going to pass anyway. You might as well jump in and start something really exciting, or start in the direction of something. Even if you decide to shift gears at some point, at least you are moving forward on something. All right. So up next, I see 166 Jackie. Welcome. Jackie a card, and we have here body. Your body deserves your love, so do all the self-love, self-care. I'm seeing it's funny because in my mind's eye I was seeing someone putting lotion on, and then I heard from this movie The Sandlot, where Squints, one of the characters, was like, she's always lotioning and oiling and lotioning, about this one lifeguard girl named Wendy Peppercorn. So I don't know if that movie means anything to you, or if it's just literally like applying lotion because you feel like dry skin or something. But just taking good care of yourself, maybe doing like a hair mask. I know if you're in like the northern hemisphere this time of year, like my hair specifically really starts to dry out this time of year. I got to do a lot of like leave-in conditioner and stuff. So there's this need to pamper yourself. If you're someone that gets nails done or something, eyelashes or your hair, maybe it's time to book that appointment and just really pamper yourself. Treat yourself. All right, Jasmine, Ashley, welcome. Let's get your message as well. We got here security. So the true security comes from having a reserve of time, space, energy, and personal power and love. Make deposits in all of these accounts and you'll be a wealthy person indeed. Yeah, wealth isn't just cash money, like a lot of us think. One of the most precious resources or wealths that we have in life is our time. How are we spending our time is really such an issue that a lot of people struggle with. They want to spend their time doing something that feels more fulfilling, but at the same time they have to put food on the table and maybe sometimes work a job they don't want. So maybe you're also being asked here, Jasmine, to make sure that the time you are spending, we spend money and we spend time, right? And we pay money and we pay attention. So where our attention goes, our energy flows. Are you directing your energy in places with people in situations that feel good to you? If so, then you're on the right track. If not, then you can kind of rethink some of the situations of your life, your job, the people you hang out with, and how you spend your time. If you're feeling fulfilled and refreshed from the time you're spending, doing whatever it is you do, then you're on the right track. But if not, again, little dials of adjustment that can be made for sure. You're so welcome, Sherry. Absolutely. You're welcome too, Robin. All right, we got Pam, aka Passmore 5, and I dropped your card. Let's get it. We got Speak Up. So if you avoid conflict to keep peace, you start a war inside yourself. So there might be someone. I was like, is that upside down? No. But there might be someone in your life that you might be having a disagreement with, a misunderstanding with, and there's just this need for you to speak up, speak your truth, say your piece about it so that they understand where you're coming from, and so that you feel like, okay, I've said all I need to say and that's that. If they don't understand, then that's on them, that's not on me. So there's someone in your life that, that maybe you've been avoiding conflict with to keep the peace. Could even be a sibling. I'm picking up like a sibling energy, or a friend that might feel like a sibling, like a family member type person, quite possibly. But if you avoid conflict to keep peace, you start a war inside yourself. So just keep that in mind, Pam. Thanks for joining us, Pam. It's good to see you. Oh, the coffee message is for Michelle. I just ordered some. It's called Everyday Dose. It's basically like coffee, but it's mushrooms. So not those kind of magic mushrooms, but like, healthy, like drink mushrooms. It's all the rage. I'm trying it out. It's not here yet, but I'll let you guys know what I think of it. Because I'm a coffee snob a little bit. Not that I've drank a lot lately, but when I do, I want a good cup of coffee. IT guy, let's get you a message. All right, and here it is, rituals. So steady yourself with simple rituals. Do the dishes, fold the laundry, water the plants, make a cup of tea, let wisdom sneak up on you. So just allow your mind to wander, or kind of try to even sometimes clear your mind as you're doing those more mundane tasks like driving to work, or, waiting at your desk for a phone call, or, stuff at home, like doing the laundry, the dishes, just allowing, that quietude of your mind. Or if your mind is anything like mine, it's always just go, 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 go. But just trying to calm your mind, to allow that wisdom to sneak up on you. I think that's such a beautiful message. All right. You're so welcome, Mary. Absolutely. And I think, let's see, Ethan. Okay, Ethan is the last one. We're at the 20-minute mark. Right, Saved by the Bell. Okay, Ethan's self-care message. We have love. I love it. Love people. Love them with all your heart. Just be sure to love yourself first. I mean, that really just goes without saying, but loving ourselves is kind of one of the hardest things to do, because from a very young age, I think many of us are programmed to believe, if you love yourself, that's vanity. That's like almost narcissistic. That's selfish. That's weird, but it's not. And it's so needed that we, if people love themselves more, they wouldn't treat others so horribly, It's just a thing. Oh, you've heard about Everyday Dose. Yeah, well, I'll let you guys know what I think. Mine's about 5 days out per the shipping thing. I checked the status of it today. It's about 5 days away. Yeah, I will have to let you know how it tastes, because I've seen mixed reviews on it. People are saying that there is a small trace of coffee in it, so it definitely has the coffee taste, but it's not like a strong, as my husband calls it, black tar coffee. I tend to like a stronger roast coffee, so it'll be interesting what I think. They say this is more of a light roast to maybe lower part of medium roast, but taste-wise. So I guess the less water you put in it, the better, because it remains a little stronger. So you're basically having yourself a little espresso than a whole tank of coffee. Like, I like to get my big mug out when I usually have tea. I haven't, used my big mug for coffee in many years, but if I could, I would. You're so welcome, Pam. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Ethan, I know it seems that way. Yeah, I will tell you guys if it's good. Absolutely. I think I've said absolutely like 25 times. You're so welcome, Jasmine, Ashley. Totally. All right, so I don't think I had any donations come in. You're so welcome, Ethan. So I'm just going to go ahead and start on the list of people I need a timestamp for, and if a donation comes in the meantime, I will pick up your reading between all these timestamp readings, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 of which are full readings, and then 2 one-card reads for the people on my list here. This list, this is what I'm looking at. And that leaves me with 6 spots remaining for those of you here that would like a guaranteed reading today. So we're going to start with Vicky's message, and we're going to timestamp 22:36. 22:36 for Vicky. Go read Sweet Vicky's question. All right. Hope you're doing well, Vicky. All right, here we go. So, hi Amanda, I recently went to Berlin with Cheyenne and my best friend. However, during the trip, I gained a completely different perspective of my best friend. I found her to be very patronizing, and she constantly had an answer for everything. Myself and Cheyenne weren't very comfortable around her, and at times we felt she had bullying-like tendencies. Oh no! I'm considering letting the friendship fade, as I don't think we suit each other anymore, and from what I've seen, she doesn't seem like a very nice person. Can Spirit please shed light on this situation? Anything they would like to say? And please kindly timestamp. Absolutely. Okay. Yes, let's dive in. One card read, although I can never stick to one card. For Vicky on this best friend, what does she need to know about this connection? Yeah, it's funny. I'm using a Thoth-based tarot deck with this Urban Tarot. It's the Urban Tarot. And very interesting, the one I pulled off the top. This is like, I won't go to straight narcissistic vibes, but like there's tendencies. And let's just put this out there. Even empaths have a narcissistic tendency sometimes. Okay, so it's not just that there's the big bad narcissist out there. She seems like the type of person who is fun in small doses. Maybe you met her and she was fun to hang out with when you go places and do things. But then when you have her kind of more long-term, like over a vacation weekend or what have you, her true colors, the mask starts to slip and you start to see the true colors. And we got the seducer here. So she kind of brings you in or hooks you in with her sweet talk, her words. You think she's fun to be around. So like her energy is kind of contagious in a way. And then the devil, that's that temptation energy. So the seducer and the temptation of the devil, like it's very similar energy. So I would say, I'm not going to say she's a narcissist because to her core, I feel she is a very like good-hearted person, but she also has a hard time seeing out, through other people's lens or walking a mile in other people's shoes. She's kind of one of those people, and I think we all have known someone like this in our lives, that they're genuinely a decent, good person, but they think their ish doesn't stink, or they think that the world revolves around them, or how dare this drive-through food line be so long? Don't they know I'm hungry? And again, it's not coming from a mean, like a cold heart or anything. It's just she doesn't have much self-awareness. We'll put it that way. She lacks a lot of self-awareness and kind of thinks, life and situations really revolve around her. She might have even done a lot of gossiping on your trip, or complaining about slow service, wherever you were staying, or at, if you were getting food, slow, complaining, a lot of complaining energy. But it is because I think she is nervous to show her true self to people. But let's just see any advice for Vicky about this connection. Yeah, I think you guys were attracted to each other, energetically speaking, because there is a past life connection. So to me, this feels like this might have been like a karmic relationship. You guys, there was that magnetic attraction of the temptation of the devil and the seducer to get you guys to clear some sort of past life karma. Let's just see if it's in Vicky's best interest to let this relationship fade away. Ooh, it flopped right down. The painter, yeah. But she might not be the friend that just wants to fade quietly into the background, especially because you guys just went on this trip together. She's probably going to be reaching out a lot, seeing if you want to hang out. If she doesn't live in the same area as you, maybe she's calling a lot, texting, messaging. So you might have to actually tell her, hey, whatever. You don't have to even make an excuse. You can just say, I don't really feel this connection's working out, and tell her the truth. If you want to have a little more, I don't know, grace about it, you can just tell her you need a little bit of space. Make it about you, not about her. Yeah, that would be my best advice, is if you need time away from her, you can absolutely do that. And I think you probably should do that. And you might need to tell her, hey, back up a little bit. Because I don't know that she's just going to go away quietly. She'll be reaching out to you, calling you, texting you, whatever it is. So you might have to stand your ground and say, hey, I don't really want to take calls right now, or, I don't think this is working as a friendship. It's difficult to have those hard, tough conversations, but sometimes they really are needed for us to, like Pam's card said, sometimes we have to speak up or speak our truth, because trying to avoid confrontation, we start a war within ourselves, and it's not fair to either party, us to string them along, or us to, bear the brunt of, suffering because we don't want to tell them the bad news of, oh, I don't really want to be in this friendship with you anymore. So I would say if I were you, I don't think she's just going to fade away. I'm sure that would be like the ideal situation. You kind of just go your separate ways and kind of forget about each other. But I don't see that she's going to let that happen. She's going to reach out. She's going to wonder what's going on. So you might have to just roll up your sleeves and tell her, hey, I just need some space. It could be as simple as that, because it is true. You do need some space from her. I can totally see it. So I hope that resonated, Vicky. I wish you the best of luck with this friend, because it's not always easy. It's not easy to have those tougher conversations. It's not easy to navigate, the unsure territory, especially when you felt that this friend was one person, and then on this trip, it's illuminated that she's someone completely different than who you thought she was. Or maybe who you thought she was is just a small facet of a deeper, more dark energy that you're just not here for, not a fan of. All right, so Michelle has donated. So we're going to go ahead and jump into Michelle's question, because she is here live right now. And then we will pick up either the next live person right now that decides to donate. We will pick up with your question right after Michelle's. Otherwise, we will jump into Florence's friend Alex's reading next. Okay, general on love. Been thinking about a guy from my past, a Taurus, but he does not seem interested, and I'm curious why he's on my mind, or if things will improve. Is there a better option in dating? Okay, let's first and foremost tune in. Why is he on your mind? Because sometimes things cycle around and you're like, why? I haven't thought of this person in years, or I didn't care about this person until like 2 seconds ago. Like, what's happening right now? A lot of times that is to close out something, unfinished business, if you want to call it that. Let's just see what this is. What is this? Yeah, the activist. I really think you're taking a proactive role in clearing. It's like your higher self, your subconscious mind, the unconscious, whatever you want to call it, is clearing the deck because there's, I think, someone better coming in. Let's tune in. There's definitely someone better, and I don't see that the connection with this Taurus is going to go anywhere. Oh, Marlene has donated for a 1 card. We'll get into that right after Michelle's question. But let's just see for Michelle's love life. What is coming in next? What's going on? Okay, yeah. So this is like current energy. You feel like this is cruel. Like, why are these thoughts about this guy coming up? And like, why am I still single? And like, why does everyone else seem so happy? And here I am just, in my cruel world. It just feels like a broken doll here. That's like current energy. But I really do see you moving out of that. So let's see, energetically speaking, if there's anyone on the near horizon here for Michelle Lynn. Yeah, the Eon. This is the Judgment card. And it's very interesting because we do have that like past life. She's touching it, but then the past is reflected back to her. So I think that this person, this Taurus, you're closing out something from a past life where you may have actually been involved in that past life. I can tune in a little more and see because I'm seeing like you were the husband, he was the wife in that life, and he passed away before you, and you like were haunted by his loss. Yeah. And then you got involved with someone who was just not good for you right after that. So it's almost like, I don't know what transpired between the two of you in this life, but to me, it felt like it never became anything that you could label. It was more of a flirty back and forth, or maybe one or the other of you felt, more involved in the connection than the other did. And it just kind of felt slightly unrequited at times. Maybe he talked a big game. Yeah, flirty and felt rejected. That's exactly what I see with this. But this is you being able to close out that past life karma. So I want to see for the future. Ooh, I'm loving this. Okay, you will be gaining some very sexy energy, but not from Taurus. This is someone completely new, not Taurus energy. Well, they may have Taurus in their chart, but not this specific Taurus, quite possibly. Let's just see if we can get any other information about this. Michelle's love life. Yeah, delight. Look at this. Delight and passion and gain. You're gaining something that you're very passionate and delighted to have in your life. Yeah, let's see how you can close out this cycle. I'm seeing maybe being able to do some sort of ritual. Lighting a red, it's funny, my eyes land on this little Switch game holder thingy. Yeah, so maybe lighting a red candle, or if you don't have a red candle, just use whatever, and if you had a red lighter, or putting some red okay. They're show me like red rose petals, like fresh rose petals. They're not completely dried out. So if you just bought a single rose, like at the grocery store, can you even do that? I don't know. But buying like a rose specifically, because roses really do represent love and symbolize love. So you can light the candle, kind of spread the rose petals around the candle, not in the candle, but like around the table where the candle's at, and set the intention to, let go of any lingering past life. And also you can do like a cord cutting / as I call it, cord removal meditation, and that will really help close that cycle out. Specifically do this on the lunar eclipse, because that lunar eclipse is in Taurus in Western astrology. So do it on the lunar eclipse on November 8th. Yeah, because his sun is in Taurus. This will really help. So it's really cool that this is why. I think this is exactly why this is coming up, because this might even be energetically holding you back from finding love, if that makes sense. Which it might not make any sense, because you're like, I haven't thought about this guy in a long time. This is my past. He broke my heart in the past. Like, I thought I was over this, but that past life stuff can really hang around. Yeah, he is holding you back. But look, if you do this and look at all the red, this is like a pizza delivery dude. He is just quickly, he's weaving in and out of traffic. He's taking back roads or, alleyways. He's getting to the point. So this will swiftly change, what you've been experiencing in love, and put it in this regard of, passion coming in hot. You're gaining something that you can really be proud of, really delight in, and have some joy back in your love life. So I think this closing out is going to be like a fresh new beginning for you. Fresh out of the oven, just like that pizza he's delivering. Let me look at the steam coming off of that. Love it. Yeah, let's get one more just word of advice or wisdom in for Michelle in regards to, just embodying this self-loving energy and being able to move forward in a positive way in her love life. What does she need to know? And we have here the nectar of now. So stop and drop into the marrow of the moment, the nectar of now, where all your multiple simultaneous lifetimes converge. Laser beam the wisdom you've accrued over millennia into the circumstances you are blessed to face with grace today. Yes, this is allowing you to get present and have your power back in this now moment that from past lives may still be tethering you to something that, just isn't for you anymore. It's very interesting because people are like, oh, I'm just going to block this person and move on with my life, which, yes, you're blocking the flow of energy as far as you pushing a button and blocking them on, text or whatever. But as far as if we feel we need to block something, there's still something there that we think we're going to lose or, have happen if this person somehow comes back. So let's see. This deck, are you talking about, Amber? This is called the Urban Tarot. If this is the one you're talking about. Unless it's this deck. This is the Awakened Dreamer deck. Is that the one? Okay, so let's just see if he will contact you. I'm not really feeling any energy from him directing to you purposely. There might be that subconscious kind of tether, the one with the cycle. Yeah. That's what this is, the Urban Tarot. All right. So is he going to reach out? I really don't feel it. Ooh. Yeah, he's got a lot going on for himself. I don't know if he's possibly in a relationship or he's got someone on his mind to get into a relationship with if he's not in a relationship. So I think he's otherwise preoccupied at this time. If he does happen to reach out to you, let me just tell you this. By the time this ever happens, if it does, you're going to be so blissfully happy with what you've got going on that you'll just be like, oh, yeah, hi, Taurus, but yeah, I'm busy. It feels kind of neutral to me. It's not like you're yelling at him and it's not like you're trying to like reel him back into being a friend or anything. It's just very neutral. Like, oh yeah, this is what I'm doing. Okay, bye. Like, that's what it feels like, which might seem like a huge leap forward because anytime you think of him, it still might trigger things, but you're working through that with maybe even as soon as this ritual that you're doing to kind of get yourself out of this type of energy. So yeah, Michelle's got it going on. Yeah, I don't think there's really a need to block him. He's not directing any energy toward you, but there would maybe be a potential for you, or I would say this would be good advice to do some cord cutting with him. Yeah, that does mean, it seems like a big leap. I really want a new love, and that is coming in, but you're just clearing the decks of the past. And there might even be that one. Oh man, what's his name? I can't remember. Was it Brian or something like that? Another guy. Or is this him? Brett. Okay, Brett. Yeah. So there might be two guys from your past that, kind of missed connections. Oh, they're friends. Of course they are. I think those two are your main kind of tethers to the current like cycle, feeling stuck in this rut in your love life. But those two, you can release both of them. Yeah, just past life stuff and, maybe even past in this life stuff that just somehow didn't get resolved. It happens. But yeah, I hope that resonated. So Marlene is up next for a 1-card read. I'm going to add her to the list, top of the list here. Marlene. You're so welcome, Michelle. Always a pleasure to read for you, my dear. Thanks again for your donation. Any messages from your Uncle Juan? He transitioned about 1.5 years ago. I used to see signs from him more often, but not as much anymore. Okay. Let's get a message to Marlene from her wonderful Uncle Juan. Aw, he's still sending signs. So let that be known. He is still sending signs, but he has recently actually closed out some old cycle, something he was working through on the other side. that he's ready to start something new. So it's very interesting. I don't see that he's like gonna incarnate again like right now or even in the next couple years. He's still working things out, but there's something new he's doing. Let's just tune in. What is this new stuff he's doing? Wow, strength. Yeah. He's just embodying higher versions of himself. We just keep going up, 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 up. So he's recently elevated. It's very interesting because the strength card, I always see the person as the higher self, and the lion energy is more the human or higher self trying to tame that human, that ego aspect. But look, he's climbing the ladder. He's climbing the stairs. He's like the socialite or, the one in lights. He's really elevating. He's doing so well. So he says, don't worry about me. Like that is clear as day message. He's doing well. But let's see if he has a message specifically for you. Anything that Juan wants to tell Marlene. Wow. So it's very interesting. He's tuning into your life. And he's showing, because we got the devil energy here, but then there's the truce card with the Four of Swords. And this is a Thoth-based tarot deck, so the meanings of the different suits and stuff are slightly different. But with this is coming to an agreement, coming to a truce, healing something. That's the Four of Swords of the traditional Rider-Waite is a card of healing after heartbreak. So you might have made a deal with the devil or overcome a deal with the devil, and now you're in a truce point. But this could be someone in your personal life. Or if it's not a person, it's something that's very personal to you, something that's really had you in your feelings. Or if this hasn't happened yet, this is coming. But the beauty of it is it will end in a truce, like a win-win situation. All right, what else does Juan want Marlene to know? Yeah. like I said, he's up in lights, like rock star energy. Look at that. The Knight of Wands. So yeah, there's some major progress being made. And he's like, there's a mirror. Like he's holding a mirror up in front of his face, but it's like reflecting your face. So as he ascends, beyond the veil, you're ascending in life. So you're being recognized for something yourself. So you've got a lot of recognition or reward coming. And he's saying like in the next 2 years, like you're really elevating in your career, in your just happiness, like happiness in your day-to-day life. You're elevating big time from where you have been. It's like things flow better. They seem easier and more exciting. And yeah, because this is what either, if you haven't gone through this might just be feelings that you have coming up of disappointment and failure both. But this, I haven't read most of this card deck's book, but in this card deck, this is a deck based in New York, or, this person's take on being a citizen of New York. And there was a big power outage and they lit flares on the road. But there is this promise in this card specifically that, yes, the power failed for a couple days, a couple hours, whatever it was, but it's coming back online. So something, maybe even you being disappointed in the loss of your uncle, but you're seeing the lights come back on. He's such a great person. His life and story was a true tragedy, and it took us a while to accept he was gone. Yeah, this is that energy right here. But this came out like, this is rock star. Like he's still living his dream, like he's accomplishing so much on the other side. It's in a different way than we as humans deem accomplishment. He's not singing in front of crowds or anything like that. It's more energetic. I don't even know how to put it into words, but he's feeling so good. And, he does feel really sorry about the way he left. Like wished it could have been less tragic, and not for him though. Like it's very interesting because he's showing me he didn't feel a thing. Even if he died in a very tragic way, he didn't feel a thing. So it's like he left his body seconds before something happened. It's very interesting. Even if part of his essence was still there, he didn't feel it. So anyone in the family that's been worried that he was in a lot of pain, or, oh my God, that had to have been absolutely horrible. Yeah, he had his shame and guilt and disappointment and failure surrounding him actually somehow getting out of the body, wishing he could go back, but then realizing it's too late. But he's really learned. I think that is his ascension here, is he's really learned from that tragic ending of his that, okay, it's not all over for me. It's not all lost for me. I still have so much I can do and accomplish and be beyond the veil and then in future incarnations and everything. So yeah, he doesn't want you to worry about him. The disappointment and like the failure of his life, him literally exiting life, that would be considered the failure, him dying. And then the disappointment that was had in the family after he left, and even close friends. He's showing like, I don't know, did he have a really busy funeral? Because he's showing like people like lined up at the door. Like he's like, I almost felt like a rock star at the funeral. Or if it wasn't like literally, maybe people were just outpouring of support, for love for him online or something. Yeah, accidental overdose. It's like he couldn't believe he did it. He couldn't believe it because that's not what he meant, not what he intended. And then with that devil energy too, that is, drug use. That could be deemed drug use. Yeah, but that's definitely was not his plan. And he was so mad at himself for failing to, not be on drugs. One, he's like, I shouldn't have even done any of it. But as far as, putting himself in that position to play Russian roulette with his life, and he gambled and he lost. But he's learned a very valuable lesson from that. And I think many people that he was friends with or knew in life have learned a very valuable lesson from that as well. So big hugs, Marlene. That had to be really difficult to lose someone in such a tragic way. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't feel the pain of it though. So he was already, it's like as his body's fading, he's like outside of the body, like, what have I done? Like, no, I need to get back in. And he couldn't. But he didn't feel the pain of, all of that. Yeah, he's showing like stuff coming up through the throat, and he didn't have to feel any of that. Oh, big hugs, Marlene. All right, so that is our last donation for the people who are here. So where did my paper go? There it is. I had it flipped around. Okay, so next we're gonna do Alex's reading. So 4705. Alex is reading. Okay. So Florence is buying a reading for her friend Alex. Hello, Alex. Here is her question. I'm living together with my boyfriend, Michael, and we have been struggling financially for the past month, paying rent, food, etc. Which aligned action steps can each one of us take in order to generate money? Any guidance on purpose and mission in this life? Okay, let's tune into the money aspect. Okay, yeah, I can see that things feel broken, things don't feel right. And we just got this card in the reading right before, but I'm seeing a completely different scenario play out with this one. It just feels like, no matter how hard you work or how much money you bring in, it just doesn't go far enough. It's just a disappointment. So that's just validating that you're already feeling this way. So let's just see what Alex and her boyfriend Michael can do to generate more money. All right. Wow, we have science here. Very interesting. The heart is here. But the snake represents healing. And this is the Six of Swords, which is a card of healing. It's a card of communicating online. I don't know if you guys have some sort of passion or hobby that you could monetize online in some way, something you're selling or creating. Like maybe even an online platform where you're uploading YouTube videos or something. Could be an avenue to make some money. But let's just see anything else. Even, I would never advise this, but like sometimes, they pay for you to be kind of like a medical experiment, or we need 10 men under the age of 30 to participate in this study we're doing. If you're not having to take any kind of medication, I'd say maybe it's a good thing to do if you're getting compensated well, but I wouldn't want to be a human guinea pig for any kind of like new product or drug. Like I don't think I would want to do that. So I wouldn't advise doing that either, but yeah, let's see what else. Other ways to generate money. Wow. Well, whatever you guys decide to do, you've got the Three of Pentacles. You might be starting something together. Again, kind of going back to that like online platform or making videos or handcrafting, creating something, building something. You guys are building something together that is going to pay off financially. Got the Three of Pentacles, and that is a collaborative effort, learning something. I don't really see this as going back to like a school or a university, but maybe taking some sort of certification or yeah, just like getting certified in something or learning some new skill that you can actually use to make income. I mean, one thing you could do, I mean, they're showing me like teenagers. When I was a teenager, I was pretty entrepreneurial as a teenager. I would babysit, I would mow lawns, I would like weed flower beds, I would do a lot of outdoor work and a lot of babysitting just to make cash here, cash there, and little side jobs like that. So there could be something like that, or even going to like a temp agency. I don't know if you have them in the country you're in, but here in the US, we have these things called temp agencies where if you just need work just to make, a specific amount of money, you can, work at this place for 3 weeks or this place for 1 week, or maybe they just need you for one day over here and you make a decent amount of money. Looking into something like that could definitely benefit you. But let's tune into the mission and purpose in life for Alex. Guidance on her purpose and mission in this life. Ooh, we have interference. So you are here. You are here, Alex, to be like a disruption to the machine. You are here to do things different, flip the script, shake things up, not do things the way, everyone else is doing. Like that whole corporate America or corporate wherever country you're in, 9 to 5 business just isn't for you. You're here to do things completely different. So let's just see. Actually, I also have my life purpose oracle cards. I think I put them away, but I can go grab those. The Fool, yeah, do something completely new. Maybe this new skill you're tuning into, or the certification you're taking is something completely new. But you're taking a leap of faith in something new. But because this is part of your life purpose, it's just to try a bunch of new things. Even if they don't stick, you're learning something. You're getting one step closer to what it is you're meant to be doing. And I'm actually going to get my life purpose oracle. I usually know where it is in here. Here it is. Okay. Cards are already wanting to come out and tell a story. Got hair everywhere, of course. Okay. Alex's life purpose and mission. What does she need to know? Okay, we have counseling. So you are someone, you heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. And also author. Have you thought about writing something? Yeah, it says you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. Even if this is just you authoring, your own journal to get some ideas down, this could be really beneficial to just do some brainstorming and see what you come up with. All right, so I hope that resonated for you, Alex. And thanks again, Florence, for donating for your friend. That is just so sweet. Okay, so now the second reading is for Jenny. I think that's how we say her name. Apologies if we're saying that wrong. So 5256. And happy birthday. It is your 38th birthday, Jenny. Hope I'm saying your name correctly. But yeah, let's see. Let's tune in to the question at hand. Let's see. 38th birthday. Happy birthday. So Florence says, can you give us any deeper information on our friendship? Do we have a mission together here on Earth? How can we deepen our bond? Will we see each other soon? She lives in another continent. Okay, let's tune in. Ooh, yes, you definitely will. You guys are on the same team with something. And I really do see the past life connection of sisters, or like a sisterhood, a brotherhood, people fighting for the same cause on the same team. Maybe even, okay, wow, they're showing me so many lifetimes. There was a lifetime where you were both sisters. Florence was the older sister and Ginny was the younger sister. Then they're showing me a lifetime where you guys were like, you were both in some sort of army. They're showing me like the French army. And I don't know if France has specifically, if they call it an army or what they call it, but you were both like soldiers in the French army and you met each other like in the army. And they're showing me Florence dying on the battlefield and Ginny watching, holding Florence as she died. You were both males in that life. They're showing me a mother-son relationship. They're showing me all these lifetimes. So you definitely have a lot of, your connection. You're on the same team. So what this is really telling me is this is soul family. You guys are soul family, soul sisters, soul everything. So you guys do travel lifetime after lifetime. Sometimes you're related, sometimes you're friends, sometimes you're enemies, but it's pretty rare that you guys are enemies. But let me just say, those of you out there with any kind of enemy, a lot of times on the other side, your enemies are some of your closest soul family because it takes a strong soul to sign up to wreak havoc in your incarnation. It really does. So keep that in mind when you have some enemies. Doesn't mean you have to love them in this life, but on a soul level, you probably really love this person and you guys are laughing beyond the veil, like, look what we're doing to ourselves. But let's tune more in to your bond. What is your mission, your soul mission here? Mission together on Earth. What is their mission? Ginny and Florence. Ooh, yeah. You guys are here to flip things and shake things up and do things differently. And Alex, your friend Alex that we read for right before this, she is also probably part of your soul family as well because she is also here to shake things up, wake things up, break things up, make it new, bring that fresh, beautiful, higher vibrational energy to this planet. You guys are making some major moves. That might be literally. Maybe one or the other of you is moving to the same continent so you guys can see each other more often. We also have the Strength card coming up. Yes, there's that higher self aspect that is driving this bond, driving this connection. Your higher selves lined it up that you would meet. So you, even if you met online, kind of go back. Like, how did we meet initially? Was it someone sent a message? Were you in the same like online chat room, or what was it? How did you meet? And really seeing the circumstances surrounding how you met, because this was orchestrated by your higher self. It's very, very cool. All right, what is more of their mission? Can you tune us in? Yeah, we have success. So whatever your mission is, it's going to be very successful. We'll just put that right out there. And let's go to this deck. This will give us some really good information on what your mission is together here on Earth. What are you accomplishing together here on Earth? And we have Get Grounded, empaths, highly sensitive, and connect with nature. So you guys might even be healing in nature, or using crystals, using plants or essential oils or anything of the natural world. You're utilizing this to help make the world a better place. We also have here boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? You guys are also teaching each other, you know, not because you need boundaries from each other so much, but because your bond is so, the word effortless just came up. So I don't know if it feels effortless to you, but like on a higher level, the bond really is effortless. And it's like you guys are teaching each other that anything that doesn't feel as effortless as this, or at least in the same ballpark, probably isn't for me. So maybe since you guys met each other, it really did point out other friendships in both of your lives that just weren't very strong, that you could just kind of let go, or maybe you kind of just went separate ways with these people. Because, you know, quality is better than quantity is what I'm hearing. So you really did find, you know, a deep, deep bond with someone. Florence with Ginny and Ginny with Florence, that really could pales in comparison to so many other connections in your life. Not to say you don't have also other good friendships, you do, but there are certain ones, maybe even from the past, even before you met each other, that kind of fell away and you're like, wow, that wasn't even a true friendship. That person used me, they abused me, they whatever. So you're teaching each other what a real strong, amazing bond looks like. That's very unconditional. There's no conditions here as far as, I mean, maybe some, because humans are humans, but it's like you guys have elevated yourselves to just connecting in such a more grounded way than most people will meet, if that makes sense. But let's just see if you will see each other soon, because I think that would be, yeah, it's very interesting because when you guys do meet up, like in person, it's very important for you guys to go out and be in nature. Even if you're just walking around, it's very beneficial because your energy coming in together is amplified. But your energy was needed in different parts of the world to, you know, till this point. If you guys decide to move to the same continent eventually, you know, it'll be like a united front. But it's like you're holding down the fort in your country, she's holding down the fort in her country. But let's just see if they will see each other again soon. In person. Ooh, yeah, look at this. We have wealth. So there's going to be some sort of trip or vacation specifically planned to be able to meet up. I'm seeing 2023, so, you know, soon, maybe the summer of 2023. So like July is kind of the time frame. I can also roll this dice just to see. that didn't work out so well. Let's get some flat surface. And 8. So either July or August, or 8 months from now, which would put us about what, June of next year? So summer months, yeah. June through August sometime next year would be a great time if you haven't already planned something to get together. All right. So yeah, you guys, you have a strong past life connection, soul connection, and all of the above. And what you are doing together on this mission on Earth is just healing with your beautiful energy. Just being in nature heals nature. And nature also heals you. So it's a win-win. All right. Let me just double check that wasn't a donation. Nope. Okay. So Florence's third question, which is for her specifically, timestamping at 1 hour 32 seconds. For Florence's question. And she says the third reading is for her. Is it a good idea to renovate or renew certain areas in my apartment, or am I moving out soon? Any important guidance from Spirit for the next couple months? Be great if you could timestamp. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Let me get back down here. Okay. So for Florence, is it a good idea to renovate now? We have virtue here. This is a 3 of Wands, which is taking action. So I think it would be fine as far as you doing it in a cost-effective way. Something, it'll still brighten your day. You actually get to live in it with it having some of these upgrades. But I would just say keep the spending to a minimum if you are. If you're upgrading, it feels to me more surface level things rather than like major remodels, knocking out walls or anything like that. This to me feels more surface level. Maybe like a countertop or a cupboard, or maybe new appliances, things like this, or painting the wall or patching any holes in walls, things like this that make the surface look a lot better would absolutely be worth your time and money. But let's just see if she would be moving soon as well. Just any other energy too. Yeah, it's very interesting. This is the peace card, but this does not look peaceful to me. There's nothing peaceful about this card. There's a blazing hot sun with nowhere to hide from it in the shade. And there's a chain link fence with all of this barbed wire around it. And it appears to be like a playground. But what kid would want to play on this? So what I'm getting from this is you don't feel very peaceful at your home. And I don't think that the home is a bad home. It's just maybe the area of town or the energy of the people that live around you, that they don't feel like your highest potential. They feel like, okay, this is good enough for now, but then you're moving on. I don't see you staying in this situation for long. And by long, could be a year, could be 2 years. We don't ever really know, because Spirit, with time, it's very difficult to pin down an exact time. But if you're making plans, and this to me feels like a worldwide energy, not just in the US. And I know, if I'm remembering correctly, you are in Germany. There's like recession on the horizon, and that's a big word that could get the live stream shut down if I say it too much. So I said it once. I won't say it again. But they were saying this our word isn't happening anytime soon, but we're seeing it. And the interest rates to take out a loan for a home, at least in the US, are like sky high right now. And the prices are still very elevated on homes that, shot up. It was really, if I'm being honest, like a fake value that was shot up during the pandemic. Another word I'm not really allowed to say on here. But let's just see if it's advised. Ooh, wow. Yeah, you are moving. And it's going to be sooner than you actually think. All that, like I said, just keep that word out of your life, out of your vocabulary. Because yes, maybe there is a worldwide going on, but it's almost like you're out of the time-space continuum, and you're just operating on your own vibration of fast-moving, new beginning energy. So you do have a potential coming up to be able to, if you need to sell your place first, you're going to have a buyer. Let's see if you'll be getting a good value if you do sell your place, if you get a good value. We have the Tower. So you might have the value might have gone down a little bit, especially if you've bought within the last maybe 3 years or so. But yeah, the Tower. So you might not get as much as you're hoping for your place, but I don't see you getting less than what you paid. I don't see it like that, but it may not just be as worth as much as you're hoping because the prices are just going down, 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 down. Like I said, that like fake value, inflated value that we started seeing in 2020, at least here in the States. I don't know really how it is in Germany, but I know this is happening in a lot of pockets around the world. So it's not just the US. But let's just see Florence moving. Anything she needs to know. Yeah, right now it's just kind of like power out. Power's out right now, but that doesn't mean it's not coming in because it is for you. It is pretty soon. New beginning or chance for new beginning. So by soon, I'm really seeing 2023. So let's just see. It's a potential to happen. So of course, if you don't take action and don't start looking for places and don't put your place on the market if you're selling, it could be much later than that. So 2023 is bearing in mind that you are taking action in the direction of moving, across the country or to a different country or wherever it is you're wanting to go. Yeah, because you're in charge here. You really are in charge here. So you're the one making shifts, making changes, making things happen just by literally speaking it out loud to the universe. You create that timeline for yourself. So keep that in mind as maybe you're looking at the housing market around you and you're like, everything's crashing and burning. I'm never going to be able to sell this place. Don't tell yourself that. Yes, maybe you won't get that top high dollar that it was going for, say, 6 months ago, a year ago. But you're still going to feel a good value because this full energy is happy to move in this new direction. I'm very happy. So yeah, I would say things, bearing in mind that you are the one taking action in the direction you want to go, things will line up, things will happen for you as they need to. So I hope that resonated, Florence. Thanks again for donating for you and your friends. What a fun little thing. Now you guys can all hang out and watch them together. Get your popcorn. Even though you're continents away, you can get your popcorn and watch your readings together. So fun. All right. Big hugs. Thanks again for your donations, Marlene. Florence. I was reading Marlene's name as I said that. All right. So up next, last one on my list anyway. So anyone else that's here that wants a guaranteed read can always send their donation in the next few minutes before we wrap up. But let's go into Cheyenne's question. I got to timestamp it. So 107:31 for Cheyenne. Let's go to her question over on my email. And her question is, okay. Hi, Amanda. Could I have some guidance on my unemployment situation, please? I've applied for another job at the university. I'm wondering, will I return there? I've set aside my desire to work with children as the yearning for it was hurting me. Yeah, aw. So I won't chase it. I just want to have a flow of income for at least a year. Any guidance would be appreciated, please, and thank you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the jobs with children around here, there's so many open right now. I wished I could transplant one of these children jobs that pay decent. I think there's so many of them that pay decent. Not like I'm sitting there nickel and diming everything, but they seem to be good paying jobs. I wish I could just pluck one up from over here and plant it where you're at. So you could do what you want and what you love and make decent money doing it. Like that would warm my heart. But let's just tune in. Cheyenne wants to know on this unemployment situation. She's put the children job aside for now. And we have here the Hierophant. So you might be working a traditional job. I don't see it being like in a church or anything, but the Hierophant does represent like universities, learning. Also represents like church or a pope or like religion, but this is some sort of institution you're working in, be it a school, a university, church, some sort of institution. So let's see on campus, at the university, if she's going to be getting a job on the university campus. This is very interesting because this almost reminds me of like a quad or like a gathering place, paved walkways of a university campus. I think you will be getting a job on campus. But there's also potential for you to get a job somewhere else. That's the beautiful thing is there's multiple timelines open for you right now, Cheyenne. It's just, wow. I just now noticed, there's a child here. So it's almost like you setting aside your thought of, well, I guess I don't, kind of heartbreaking, but I'll set that aside for now. It's almost like by you surrendering the fact that maybe this isn't going to happen, that it happens, that you do get a job working with children or children adjacent, maybe. Maybe it's not directly with children, but has something to do with something children need or want or use, or I don't know. You just never know. Let's see. Let's see. What is this? What does Cheyenne need to know about her unemployment and getting a job, whether it's university or otherwise? What does she need to know? And we have the star. Your biggest wish would be to be able to work with children and to keep your standing at the university. So the fact this comes out with all of this says it's like you're going to have your cake and eat it too. And I think one of your recent readings was about you, like, literally don't stress. If you knew everything was working out, you could just take this big sigh of relief and, I won't say just wait for it to roll in because obviously you're taking action toward it. But take action toward it and then just be confident that it's happening for you. That's like the vibe I'm getting with this is, take your proper action and apply where you need to apply because things are working out. Success, the Chariot, and there's more than one option here. So this is like heartwarming to me that there's more than one option here. You don't have to settle. And I think you were kind of at that point where like, well, I'll just settle for something until I can find a better something. So I think things are really shaking up kind of quick for you. Let's see. What does Cheyenne need to know about her unemployment status and the job search? What else does she need to know? Please, Spirit, tuning into Cheyenne's energy. Trust the niggle. What is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? So you're going to be trusting your intuition, especially if you're presented with two options. Trust your intuition that even if it seems out there or, wow, I probably should take this one, but this one's kind of intriguing to me or exciting to me, you're going to have options. I think that is just really clear here. And it's funny because maybe at first you feel like you're optionless. Like, well, I've applied all these places. I haven't heard back about anything. I feel really stuck. I feel really, is something going to happen? It is. I really do feel it is. Yeah. Rama, where are you being called to journey to? Literally, the Chariot is about a journey too. And you got the sun and the star. I mean, this is not bad energy at all. And the Hierophant. Look at this. The Chariot, the Star, the Hierophant, and the Sun. These are all major arcanas. Of the 5 tarot cards we pulled, 2 oracles don't have major arcana, so we won't count them. Of the 4 tarot, 5 tarot, 4 tarot, 4. You're 4 for 4. This is a major transitional energy. So you're not going to be stuck in the unemployment line or be unemployed long. As long as you're taking action, following your heart and your intuition, somehow, some way, things are just going to work out. And I don't know that I can explain exactly how, because that's half the fun is just spirit, you taking action and spirit unfolding the path before you. But you're not going to need to stress out. And I know that's easier said than done when you're unemployed and you're needing a job yesterday and you don't have one yet. And it can be very frustrating and scary. But just trust that things are working out. Things are being woven behind the scenes. And I think ultimately, if it's not this next job that you're coming into to be able to pay the bills, it's an ultimate destiny job for you to work with children in some sort of institutional setting. This feels big corporation, big company, big money for you, but also like your wish fulfillment of being able to work with children and success. And not just feeling like you only have one option. There's multiple options for you. Even if right now you feel very optionless. And even if right now and in near future you're settling, but I don't see it because we were trying to tune into this like current / near future energy, and this is what you got, all this good stuff. So I would say just keep taking action in these directions and something's gonna crack, something's gonna open up for you. I feel it. So keep us posted, Cheyenne. I'm hoping this is sooner than later, just for your own like stress levels, because that would be very stressful to me to be able to like keep bringing money in, gotta keep it coming, But yeah, quiet house today. Yeah, it is a quiet live stream, and I think you're the only one watching right now, Amber. Yeah, it was on and popping at the beginning with the readings, the one card pulls we did. But since you're here, Amber, anyone else here? If you're here right now, just to say thank you for being here, I'm gonna pull you a card. So if you're here, put a hey, I'm here. Oh, you love to stick around. Okay. Well, I'm gonna pull you a card, Amber, since you're here. And if anyone else is here, let me know and I'll pull you a card right now too. Well, right after Amber anyway. All right. Ooh, we got fortitude here. So you are doubling down with something to really, this to me feels like you're fortifying something. Like fortitude, obviously fortifying, but this is something you are, it's weird because they're showing me like three things at once. So there's like a bear with a cave with all the stuff he's going to need for the long winter. So you've prepared. You've come prepared for the winter. Like that's the vibe I'm getting with this. Let's see what else Amber needs to know. What is this in regards to, Spirit? Is this career? Is this home? Is this family? What is this? I think this is it with your career. Even if you have to wait a minute, something's coming in where you're going to feel victorious or like you're the winner. Very interesting. There's so much going on. Wow. Well, whatever it is you're having to double down on or feel kind of like, well, I got to sacrifice right now for this one thing. That sacrifice is going to pay off in a major way. Whether this is your time, your money, your effort, your whatever you're feeling almost like you need to sacrifice, it's going to pay off for you in a big way. Yeah. All right. Well, I think Amber was the only one here. So, yeah, I got lots of new pick a cards over on Harmony Portal Tarot, linked below. 2 of them hit today. We're going to have another daily reading in the morning. And then Friday, we're going to have another daily reading and another pick a card. I have not filmed it yet, so fingers crossed I actually get it out in time. I'm pretty sure I will. I have tomorrow to get it all figured out. So yay. Yay on that front. And then also Friday, I will be back here to, oh, you saw the higher self reading. Yeah, it was like a future self reading that turned into a higher self reading. Yeah, this is so cool. But yeah, that's going on. I'll be back here Friday, and it didn't work out timing wise that I was able to do the rapid fire readings last Sunday. So I'm going to try this Sunday, but if I can't this Sunday, this is National Novel Writing Month, or NaNoWriMo. I'm not participating at full capacity. Otherwise, I would basically be MIA online. I would just be right. So I'm kind of pacing myself and probably only writing on Sundays. So that's kind of my writing day. So I might have to postpone or delay the rapid fire, like $5 reading live stream on Sundays that I want to bring, like maybe not every Sunday, but once in a while on a Sunday. I might delay those until December. Aw, you were looking for the notification. Yeah, I almost came on my community tab and was like, oh, I'm not going to be here, sorry. But I just got sidetracked and busy, and then it just didn't happen. So hopefully this next Sunday. If not, Sundays are just kind of a busy writing day, and it's not just me writing at home. Otherwise, I could pop on real quick and do a 1-hour live stream. I'm going to be traveling across town, it's only like 6 miles from my house, but to the library to be able to participate in they call it a write-in. So everyone gets together with their laptops or their writing devices, and we all work on our own project, just kind of in the camaraderie or group setting of feeling the vibe of everyone's being productive. It really does help me get in the zone. So I'm going to be doing that. Oh, it's going to be a minute on the book. Yeah. Book 1 is done. It's written. It's in the third draft all the way up till about the midpoint. And then I'm working on the 4th draft right now. So it's been a slow process since about June, I think, end of May, when I picked up back on the 4th draft and started over. Well, it was starting the 4th draft. So between May and basically July, I 4th drafted half of the book. And then I took a majorly long break until now and until probably Sunday. But I'm just implementing what I'm doing with the 4th draft is implementing notes from my critique group that, things they said didn't work or did work, or, oh, I should elaborate on this or cut back on that, just little things and big things. And implementing those changes, and I'm feeling that this draft is much stronger than the first 3 drafts I had. So I'm feeling really good about the direction of it. And I have book 2 about halfway written, but I need to kind of rewrite it in a way because as I was writing book 2 in 2019, I realized I was writing 2 books yet again. And that's the same thing that happened with book 1. I was writing a book and I realized very quickly it was 2 books I was trying to cram into 1 book. And I'm even still wondering if the 1 book I'm writing now is still too much and I need to maybe spread it out again. But I don't think I want to do that because it's just going to take me, I could do that forever and just I want to get something out within the next probably 2 years. I need to just set a timeline and just get with it. But that would mean I have to cut back on Patreon and a lot of this stuff. And I'm trying to get the Harmony Portal Tarot at least monetized and, kind of up to par with where I was, which isn't a tall order, because on the Done Creative for about a year, I've been very dialed back, very stuck in a hole, very in a rut because of the shadow ban. So my bad. Oops. I should not have done the Facebook. I did a premiere video on, I think it was September 6th or somewhere about there. Maybe it was right after September 6th. It was on the Done Creative. It was a premiere video called Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram outage, or they were down that day. They were down for like hours. And I spoke maybe a little too much truth. And ever since that day, my numbers just got throttled down and they weren't allowed to rise above it. Since that day, I've been struggling to get my videos to be seen by anybody except me, really. And maybe that like core group of people. Once in a grand while, someone will find that channel, the Done Creative, and subscribe. But it's usually because sometimes they will, like if it's a future self pick a card reading on, I don't know, ESO Tarot or White Feather Tarot. And then my version of a video with a similar title will sometimes be in that recommended. Sometimes. It's pretty rare to happen. And it's usually only recommended to people that somehow stumbled across my stuff in the past. I don't know. It's just weird. But do you see what's happening to people on Instagram? No, I didn't. I have not seen anything going on there. But the funny thing is, Harmony Portal Tarot is about even view-wise. Yes, I'm uploading a lot more, obviously, but it's about even view-wise with what I was getting a month on the Done Creative over the last year. It's about even already. It's just I'm not monetized, so I'm not at all making anything. Not that that's what it's about, but oh yeah, people are losing subscribers. Yeah, there were days on the Done Creative that all at once, like I would be in my little, what is it called, the YouTube studio behind the scenes, and I'd refresh the page. Like I would just get on that page, the dashboard, they call it, the front page. And then I'd go down to analytics and check a couple things on one video. And then I came back to the dashboard. So within about a 3-minute period of time, I went down 120 subscribers, just boom, gone. So I don't think 120 people all at the same time thought, you know what? I'm unsubscribing from that Done Creatively. That doesn't make sense to me. It's an algorithm, or it's like a time bomb inside the YouTube space that is taking people away for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe it's a glitch. Maybe it's an accident. It feels very personal to me. But yeah, I couldn't compete with that. It's almost like what that channel was representing to me was YouTube, or the algorithm, had their foot on the brake, and here I am trying to put my foot on the gas, and it's revving up, but nothing's happening. And I'm like, the only way I can get out of this is to start over. Literally, that's the only thing I can do. And I brought, I think, only about 100 to 200 subscribers from my main channel that got the memo I wasn't there anymore. That's it. Because they don't really even let people that are subscribed to me know I have a new video out. People that are subscribed to me can even search my name and it won't show up. It's weird. But some accounts you can search my name and everything I have pops up, but others, nothing pops up. I don't get it. I don't know. It is frustrating, but happy vibes. I'm going to try to keep things kosher and clear over on the Harmony Portal Tarot channel so this doesn't happen again. But yeah, that being said, I should probably go. It was good hanging out with you, Amber. This feels like fun. Just me and you hanging out one-on-one. And whoever's watching the replay, hi. Come sit with us for a second. Yes, long warm hug to you too. I'm having fun though. I've felt like this spark come back to my readings that to me has felt missing, just mostly because of the frustration I was having on that channel and the fact that it's like they can't keep me down. They can't not pay me. They're already not paying me. So like what do I have to lose? Nothing. And even if I remain at nothing, I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to stop because I don't do it for the ad revenue. I do it because I genuinely love creating these videos and channeling this information and just seeing it help one person. Like, that's why I do this. So I'm not going to stop. I might have to create a whole new channel again eventually, and I'll just keep on doing it. Yes, we got this. Yes. All right. I love you, Amber. I love all the rest of you as well. And I'm going to go. But yeah, check out Harmony Portal Tarot. Got lots of new stuff over there. And I'm back on Patreon. Patreon is open once again. I don't really advertise it too much. We've got 13 people over there. It feels like a nice little close-knit little family. And we got a lot of fun stuff planned this month. Oh, and Amber, since you're here and no one else has heard this, I just got this bright, weird, wild idea that might be fun. Maybe in December, because we already have a thing planned for November, to do like a karaoke night. Do you know what that is? Like you sing, like singing. I don't know. Some people might be like, "Oh my God, couldn't pay me to do that," but I think that'd be fun. I'll volunteer to go first if everyone's nervous. But you don't have to participate. You can just show up and watch other people sing. Or maybe I'll be the only one singing. I don't know. I just thought it would be fun. I haven't done karaoke in so long. It's so much fun. That was just a weird while. I mean, it has nothing to do with my channel or like the content I have on Patreon, but I just thought it'd be a fun way for us to hang out and connect. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'll have to run it by everybody on Patreon. But yeah, I thought that would be fun. But yeah, I'm rambling yet again. So I'm going to go. You guys have a wonderful evening. I hope to see you guys back here on Friday. And of course, Harmony Portal Tarot or Patreon. I'm on those platforms a lot, so check me out over there. I got a community tab here on Harmony Portal Tarot now as well, and of course here. So that's one way I can communicate with you guys as well. But you have a wonderful evening, and I will check you all next time. All right, bye.